So, you've built a RAG system. You're excited. But then you ask it a question, and the answers are, well, they're lackluster, maybe irrelevant, or sometimes just flat out wrong. If that sounds familiar, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to dive deep into the most critical and honestly, the most often overlooked first step, getting your documents ready.
It's the big question, isn't it? The one that keeps so many of us developers and data scientists up at night. You've got this incredibly powerful large language model, you've got all your documents, you've even set up a fancy vector database, but the results, they're just not there. So what's going wrong? Well, the answer, more often than not, lies in what happens before your AI even gets a look at your data. And this right here, this slide gets right to the heart of it. This simple chain reaction is the absolute, fundamental truth for any RAG system out there. You have to think of it like a set of dominoes. If your initial input, your document, is messy and confusing, then the embeddings, those numerical representations of your text, they're going to be weak. And weak embeddings? They lead to bad retrieval. And of course, when your AI gets handed garbage source material, it's going to give you garbage answers. It really is that simple.
So you might be thinking, why can't I just throw my 100-page PDF at the LLM and call it a day? Well, there are a couple of big reasons. First, there's a core technical hurdle with the models themselves. They have what's called a context window, which is kind of like their short-term memory. It limits how much text they can see at any one time. And second, the vector databases we rely on to search everything, they need clean, distinct, meaningful pieces of information to work their magic. They just can't make any sense of a huge, chaotic data dump.
Okay, so that brings us to the solution, a process that we call intelligent chunking. And I want you to know, this isn't just some boring technical step. It's really an art and a science. It's how we prepare our knowledge base so our AI can finally understand and actually use it the way we want it to.
So what is chunking? At its core, it's the process of breaking down those huge, unwieldy documents into smaller, more digestible bits. But, and this is the most important part, they have to be semantically meaningful pieces. These little pieces, or chunks, are then turned into embeddings and stored, which makes it super easy for the system to find exactly the right one when you ask a question.
And getting this right, well, that's what makes it a total game changer. Good chunking means your AI has much better, more precise recall of knowledge. It makes your vector search way faster and more accurate. The quality of the context you feed to the LLM just skyrockets. And that, in turn, dramatically lowers the chance of the model hallucinating or just making stuff up. At the end of the day, this is what allows for true semantic understanding, where the AI gets the meaning behind the words, not just the words themselves.
But hold on. Before you can even think about splitting your text up into beautiful, perfect chunks, you have to clean it. You just can't chunk messy data and expect good results. It's kind of like trying to cook a gourmet meal with rotten ingredients. It's just not going to work. So the first absolutely non-negotiable step is preprocessing.
We can break this whole thing down into a really simple 3-step playbook. First, you clean the raw text, get rid of all that structural clutter. Second, you normalize the text to make everything consistent. And third, you remove any distracting noise that might confuse the embedding model. Let's take a quick look at each one.
Okay, so when we're cleaning the raw text, we're basically hunting for all the formatting junk. Things like headers, footers, page numbers, they're great for a human reader, but for an AI, they're just repetitive noise that adds zero semantic value. Same thing goes for a bunch of extra white space or boilerplate code like HTML tags that might have gotten scraped along with the actual content.
Next up is normalization. This step is all about making things consistent so the AI doesn't get tripped up by tiny, superficial differences. For example, converting everything to lowercase means that Apple the company and Apple the fruit start on a more level playing field, forcing the model to rely on context. Fixing weird text encoding issues and applying Unicode normalization stops strange characters from messing up your data. The goal here is a clean, uniform, plain text foundation to build on.
And finally, we get rid of the noise. This table has some great examples of stuff that is completely irrelevant to the meaning of the text. Think about it. URLs, email addresses, little bits of CSS code. These things don't help the AI understand the core ideas in a document at all. In fact, they can actually hurt the quality of your embeddings. So they have to go. Okay, so once your documents are sparkling clean, we get to the main event, choosing how you're actually going to split them up. And let me tell you, this is definitely not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. The right strategy really depends entirely on the kind of documents you're working with.
This table lays out your main options, and this is where the real magic happens. So let's walk through it.
For really simple text, like a blog post, a basic fixed-size chunk is a decent starting point, but honestly, you'll probably outgrow that fast. The real workhorse for most of us is the recursive strategy. It's way smarter. It tries to break text down by paragraphs first, then sentences, then words, always trying to keep related ideas together. It's a fantastic default for complex PDFs or technical manuals. Now, if you're building a chatbot, sentence-based splitting makes a ton of sense. You get these clean, concise chunks that are perfect for question and answer scenarios. And for really dense specialized stuff, like legal contracts or financial reports, semantic chunking is the top-tier option. It actually uses an AI model to understand the text and group it by topic, which is incredibly powerful, but also a bit more resource-intensive. The key takeaway is this: matching your strategy to your document's DNA is probably the most important decision you'll make in this entire process.
So why do we go through all this trouble? Why do we obsess over every little detail of cleaning and splitting? Because when you put it all together, that meticulous pre-processing with a smart chunking strategy, you get the payoff. And that payoff is a truly powerful, reliable RAG pipeline that can find the right information and deliver accurate, relevant answers every single time.
So, look, if there is one thing, just one thing, you take away from all this, please let it be this. Your super sophisticated AI system is, at the end of the day, only as strong as its tiniest component, the chunk. If you get the chunks right, you are building your entire system on a solid foundation. But if you get them wrong, you're building it all on sand.
And that leaves us with a final thought to chew on. As these large language models keep getting exponentially more powerful, is it possible that this very human-guided art of data preparation, of cleaning, shaping, and structuring knowledge won't become less important, but maybe even more critical to unlocking their true potential? It's something to think about.